Now I gotta go find that other prop. The screws are gone. All right, guys, we're back over at my buddy's house doing some more chores because he's still out of town. And I want to show you what we're doing here. Kristi's on the tractor again, of course. She's got a big old load of dirt, and we're going to put it in our truck, which I can't say the name of because I think it's trademarked. But this is how a professional does it. And there's our professional. And here is the unprofessional. She gave me the look. Did you see that, guys? Now she's got to resituate the truck so she can get it really full. Well, while Kristi's over there doing all that work, I'm going to be over here making another video. If you guys remember last week, we flew Jack with that new update, and we were close to a jail, and it didn't go so well. So if you haven't seen it, there's the link. Go ahead and click on it and watch it. You'd be entertained. But anyway, this week's video is something totally different. We're going to use Rose. And I know, Rose, let me say this right now. I know that I said I would never mess with your props again. I promise you, Rose, we're never going to do this to you again. We're never going to mess with your props. I'm looking at you dead in the eye. But we've got one more test that we've got to do with you for the props. We got a comment from the Gray Life with Jim and Pearl several days back. He was commenting on another video that we did about when we messed the props up on Rose to see what would happen. And he says, now for an evil thought. What would happen if a blade came off in flight? That got me thinking. Great video idea. And I think I actually commented that back to him. Something about being a great test idea. Let's get Rose ready for this. I'm going to have a mat set up over there where we'll just play it. Well, the only preparation that I'm going to do for this is I'm going to use the tool that DJI gave me, and I'm going to loosen up some prop screws. So I'm going to loosen up the 4 props in the front, because that if they pop off and something happens, that's what's going to be captured on camera. If I did the ones in the back, I don't think that the gimbal would capture it. So let me get these things loosened up. The next scene is right over there. We're set up for catastrophic failure, I think. Whew, I'm a little bit nervous for this one. Well, I got the props loosened up just a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to raise Rose up. I'm going to fly her right into the middle of this tarp because this will be a softer landing if she crashes than if she fell into the dirt and the grass. So I'm going to do that, and then, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens. Well, let's go to the... Home point updated. There, she said home point updated. That voice just still, I do not like it. I wish they would go back to the old voice. But let's go over to the About tab. I'll show you what we're working with. We're working with Rose. So her aircraft firmware is 1.07.0200, and her app version is 1.10.4. And she just came in like a herd of buffalo. I think she was thirsty. So I'm going to go back behind the camera. We're in the safe zone, and I'm going to get Rose up in the air, and we're just going to sit here and watch what she does. I think it's going to be bad. All right, let's get her started. Take off. Maybe she's already experiencing a problem. I'm not sure. Let me get her up in the air. All right, she is flying fine right now. So we will face the camera, and we'll just sit here and wait until she does what she's going to do. All right, Rose, it's your turn. Oh, hi, Rose. All right, nothing yet. We're several minutes into it, and nothing yet. No, Callie. Callie, stay back. Our dog, our kid's dog wants the drone. All right, so we've been sitting here for a couple of minutes, and nothing's happened. Maybe I need to loosen up the screws a little bit more. And I'm going to land her. I'm going to catch her, actually. Well, guys, I've got these screws really loose. I'm not really sure how they're hanging on, but I'm going to loosen them just a little bit more because we need to see what happens if she loses a blade. I really thought for sure that these blades were going to come off right away, so let's get her started back up. We'll try this again. Test number 2. All right, she's up and going. Get her up in the air. Get her to the right just a hair. All right, Rose. Show us what you got. I've got them blades probably on one. I got all 4 blades in the front loosened up to where there's probably 1 thread left. Maybe 2. But they should vibrate themselves out here real soon, I would imagine. I don't think it's going to take too long. Let me go if I go up and down. I didn't do anything either. She's still steady as can be. Maybe I should have used her for the update video the other day. With loose propellers. Go to the left and to the right here. She is still hanging in strong with 4 loose propellers. I know what would happen though. If I were to raise her up about 100 feet or so, guess what would happen? She would probably she'd probably lose it up there and fall to her death. Well, all right, well, she's not losing them yet either, so let me get back over there again and loosen them up even more. All right, we're gonna see if the 3rd time's the charm. I've got those things on by just the skin of their teeth here, so let's get her started. Let me get back behind the camera because I know this one's gonna fly off. The left one in the front is the one that I've got. Oh, and I think she just lost the prop. She lost the prop, but she's still flying. So look how she's actually not under very much control, but I can still fly her. Oh, there she goes. She just lost another one. I think I just hit a wasp too. I have no idea where that went. No freaking clue where the props went. But as soon as she took off, she lost that prop. And you saw how out of control she was. So, golly, that's bad. All right, guys, well, we got Rose back safe and sound. We got her in 2 pieces. I was only able to find one of the 2 props that fell off. But look at this. She lost one on the right prop and one on the left prop. And when she went up into the air, she was not stable at all. Like, it was bad. But let's think of the lessons that we've learned here. The first lesson that I think that I've learned is if there's a screw that's just a little bit loose, I don't think it's going to fall off of there because we really had all 4 of these screws really, really loose, and she only ended up losing 2 of them. And it took 3 tries for us to do that. But you still need to check your screws, make sure that everything's tight and buttoned up on your drone before you lift off for your flight. I think the second thing that I learned is if it does happen and it's a ways away, you're probably screwed. You're probably going to lose your drone, especially if you're over water or if you're over tall trees and things. Because I had absolutely no real control over her. I could control her a little bit, but man, she was pretty much out of control. There was just no stability whatsoever that she had. Well, I'm going to make Rose another promise that I'm not going to mess with your props in the future, okay? She doesn't believe me. Well, Jim, thanks for the question. I appreciate it. Rose said that she doesn't like you though, so I'm sorry about that. But anyway, guys, I hope that you enjoyed the video. Have a great week. God bless. All right, I'd say we got ourselves a full load of dirt. Thanks to her. Not her. Her. There she is.